Hey guys, so I've been working on a few fun videos I'll be out soon, another history major flaws cancelled video, as well as some concepts, and another Daytona video. But for today I wanted to take a look at the all-new muscle car that Dodge plans to release by 2024, and check out everything that we know so far. At Stellantis' EV Day back in July 2021, Dodge announced that they will launch their new eMuscle car for sale in 2024, and the concept will come out at the end of Q1 or by the latest Q2 of this year in 2022. So we actually should see the concept soon. So today we'll cover everything we know about this eMuscle car, from the platform to the design to the powertrain and the suspension. You'll find the video outline on screen, and let's jump right into things. I also wanted to say a big thanks to Elliot for sending his rendering of a Dodge Charger EV, which is used for the thumbnail. So make sure to check out his Instagram account, ElliotW21, for more car designs. As you probably know by now, Dodge has been hinting at moving towards electrification for years now, and Dodge CEO Tim Kuniskis has already mentioned multiple times that their new muscle car will be an eMuscle or electric muscle car. In early 2021, he ripped off the band-aid by saying, quote, "The days of an iron block supercharged 6.2-liter V8 are numbered. They're absolutely numbered because of all the compliance costs. But the performance that those vehicles generate is not numbered." End quote. Then the big confirmation ultimately came in November 2021, with Kuniskis telling Motor Authority, quote, "I will have this car, the Hellcats, this platform, this powertrain as we know it through the end of 2023. There's 2 more years to buy a Hellcat, and then it's history." End quote. And Dodge themselves also confirmed this. Again, pretty much the only reason for canceling the Hellcats is the emissions regulations, as Dodge is paying compliance fines, as the Hellcats are only rated for 13 city and 22 highway MPG. One thing that's a bit more uncertain would be how long the current Challenger and Charger are available, non-Hellcat versions. Kuniskis said that those cars will go out of production by the time we get to 2024, but he also said, quote, "The new car comes in 2024. We didn't say that the current cars are going to die in 2024. There might be a little overlap, but you're not going to have years and years and years of the classic and the new one at the same time." End quote. So I would think that the Charger and Challenger live on for a few years with some overlap with the new electric versions, and they would be branded as classic, just like how Ram continues to sell a Ram 1500 Classic, which is essentially the older generation, alongside the new 5th gen Ram trucks. Now that all leads us into what we're here for, to talk about the specs of the new 2024 eMuscle car. Again, the concept is supposed to be revealed soon, within the first 4 to 5 months of 2022, and it will be drivable and testable. One thing that's unclear to me is whether this new Dodge eMuscle car will be a fully electric version of the Charger or Challenger, like an eMuscle Challenger, or if it will carry its own nameplate and be sold alongside the next-gen Challenger and Charger. It seems like a terrible move for Dodge to not continue using the Challenger and Charger monikers, given how much value they hold, so it seems like these two will get next-gen vehicles, and there will be this third eMuscle car too. Either way, we'll look at everything we know about the design, powertrain, suspension, and more. So we'll start with the design, which is a massive part of whether Dodge's muscle cars have success. Many love that the current Challenger stayed true to its retro design, and they continue to desire that retro influence going into the future. Others wonder if Dodge will move towards futuristic and modern looks, kind of like with the 2015 and up Charger. Chrysler had a dealer event in Las Vegas back in 2015 where they presented some future products, so at the time that included vehicles like the Grand Cherokee Trackhawk and the Challenger American Drag Racer, which would become the Demon. All cell phones and cameras were taken away, so no one could actually share these secrets online. The next-gen Dodge Charger was revealed as well, and some people said that it was influenced by the 1999 Dodge Charger RT concept, with a very similar look, especially the rear end. There was also a 2-door convertible that they called Dodge Barracuda, and that vehicle had a very futuristic design, so it's possible the Barracuda could be the new muscle car. From Dodge's EV Day last July, CEO Tim Kuniskis showed a teaser of a concept vehicle with a lit-up version of the Fratzog emblem, which was used by the Dodge division from 1962 through 1976. It's simply 3 arrowhead shapes that form a 3-pointed star, but the Fratzog name itself is meaningless. It's just something that stuck after one of the designers came up with it. So Dodge will be using the Fratzog on their current electric vehicles to help differentiate them from the standard internal combustion engine cars, which will keep the current Dodge Romby logo. Dodge says that using the Fratzog is, quote, a nod to the future which will bring about another great automotive era, the era of the electrified muscle car, end quote. The teaser video also showed what looks like a Charger or Challenger with a sculpted hood, square mirrors, and LED front lighting. It's also worth noting that in November 2016, the Chrysler Technical Center in Auburn Hills, Michigan, celebrated their 25th anniversary with an open house to select people. Some captured some proposed Challenger design studies, which gives us another look at what Dodge might be considering for the future. As for the platform, the next-gen muscle cars will ride on the STLA Large platform and receive both rear-wheel drive and all-wheel drive configurations. This platform should have up to 500 miles in electric range. In Dodge's teaser video, they show a vehicle doing a 4-wheel burnout instead of just 2, so this means that we could see the return of a high-performance all-wheel drive model. Currently, all-wheel drive has only been offered on the 3.6-liter Pentastar V6 models since 2015. All-wheel drive models will also benefit these cars at the drag strip. Stellantis Chief Engineering Officer Harold Wester had said during the EV presentation that the new platforms were capable of a 0-60 run in the low 2-second range, putting the eMuscle cars in the same ballpark as the Challenger SRT Demon, and possibly even competing with Tesla. Now we'll move over to the powertrain, where there's a lot to talk about. The upcoming concept should reveal the new battery electric powertrain, which rumors say has a tri-motor setup of 330 kilowatt motors from Stellantis. Each motor is about 443 horsepower, so if you stack them together and use all three of them, that could mean over 1,300 horsepower in a vehicle. There aren't too many more details other than that for the battery electric powertrain only. We do know that the Charger and Challenger will certainly get the new turbocharged 3-liter inline 6-cylinder engine that's dubbed Tornado as part of the global medium engine family. It was named after an airplane, a trend that Chrysler has been continuing for some time, like Hurricane, Hellcat, Apache, and more. There will be 3 different variants of this engine, including standard output, high output, and plug-in hybrid electric versions. Either the high output or plug-in hybrid electric version could put out more than 525 horsepower and offer best-in-class fuel efficiency. The regular version could have an output of between 350 to 400 horsepower, so that looks to be aimed at replacing the 5.7-liter HEMI V8. The displacement would be kept at 2.99 liters due to tax in Europe, as going above 3,000 cubic centimeters adds more tax for drivers in certain countries. This Tornado engine might very well be the last new gasoline engine that Stellantis develops. The GME T6 plug-in hybrid electric version could be similar to the turbocharged 2-liter GME T4 inline 4-cylinder that's found in the Jeep Wrangler and Grand Cherokee 4xe models. That produces a solid 375 horsepower and 470 pound-feet of torque, using 2 electric motors, one that's engine-mounted, and one integrated into the transmission, paired with a 400-volt, 17 kilowatt-hour, 96-cell lithium-ion battery pack. The GME T6 should just produce more power. As for the Hemis, we can expect to see a naturally aspirated HEMI to be in the next-gen muscle car lineup as well, probably with some mild hybrid technology added to it. It just won't be on that eMuscle car. Some sources say that the HEMI V8 would be gone alongside the Hellcat after 2023, but according to those earlier comments by Tim Kaniskis, we should see a Challenger and Charger Classic model to overlap the new eMuscle. The next-gen muscle cars will probably still get HEMI models too, as we transition from ICE to EV. Engines like the 2-liter Turbo Hurricane might replace the 3.6-liter Pentastar V6, while the 3-liter Tornado seems likely to replace the 5.7-liter HEMI. The Hellcats are gone, so probably no more 6.2-liter supercharged HEMI, but that does leave the 6.4-liter HEMI to return. Chrysler has already shown that they can offer different versions of this engine. There's a powerhouse performance version on the muscle cars, the Ram trucks get a broad torque curve and a power band that's more suitable for hauling and towing, and the new 2022 Grand Wagoneer has a recalibrated version that's more refined for luxury consumers. To improve fuel economy and pay less fees, Dodge will likely give this engine some type of updated technology, like the e-Torque mild hybrid system. This system debuted on the 2022 Jeep Wagoneer 5.7-liter HEMI V8, replacing the traditional engine-mounted alternator with a belt-driven motor generator working in tandem with batteries. The whole point is better fuel economy, with features like quick and seamless engine start-stop, deceleration fuel shutoff, and brake energy regeneration. It will also add some instant torque in certain driving situations. For example, the 5.7 mild hybrid enables up to 130 pound-feet of torque on the current 5.7-liter to be available on the initial throttle tip-in. So adding the e-Torque mild hybrid system to the 6.4-liter HEMI could improve the fuel economy while offering additional torque instantly off the line. Another very interesting piece of info comes from the Stellantis CEO Carlos Tavares, who talked about how the Dodge electric car will deliver, quote, a sound that you cannot imagine, something that is shocking. He also said, quote, after they create the sound, they are thinking about how they make the sound louder and more powerful in function of the way you're using the car, end quote. So I have to assume that this means artificial sound, which wouldn't be the first time EV automakers have done this. There's also a new transmission to talk about. The new powertrain will be paired with this 4th generation ZF 8-speed automatic transmission that will be paired with both gas and plug-in hybrid electric vehicles going forward. It's already developed, and it's the 4th gen ZF 880RE, which can have an integrated electric motor. The first 8 means 8 forward gears. The second 8 is the torque rating, around 600 pound-feet of torque, which is less than the Hellcat's torque rating of 9. The R and E mean that it's suitable for rear-wheel drive or all-wheel drive vehicles with fully electronic controls. Improvements include greater mechanical efficiency, integrated power electronics, and an integrated start clutch or torque converter, all contributing to slightly higher fuel economy. Also, apparently certain versions of this can max out at 737 pound-feet of torque. Next, we'll take a quick look at the suspension. Muscle Cars and Trucks has uncovered some approved patent designs for a new F1-inspired pushrod suspension design that uses horizontal dampers, active control elements, and is paired with either traditional coil springs or transverse leaf springs. The patent was filed on March 8th of 2019 and granted on January 19th of 2021. You can find the exact wording on screen regarding the suspension patent, so this could be one of the patents that Dodge CEO Tim Kuniskis kept talking about when saying, quote, that's why I'm waiting until I have all my patents done, end quote. All the LX vehicles since 2004, including the current Charger and Challenger, have all been built in Brampton, Ontario, but it does seem like Stellantis is looking to switch to a different facility in the United States after 2023. Some sources say that it could be the Belvidere assembly plant in Belvidere, Illinois, as they currently only produce the Jeep Cherokee. I'd expect a markup on the current gas-powered muscle cars, and some estimate that these new eMuscle cars might start around the $50,000 range. So that's all we know as of today. Of course, many Mopar fans and muscle car enthusiasts, myself included, have a lot of pushback when it comes to replacing the traditional gas-powered V8s with EVs. Many Dodge fans, both young and old, have been voicing their opinions about the lack of customization, tuning, and the HEMI V8 sound from the new electrified cars. Of course, the Dodge CEO Tim Kuniskis is trying to find ways that ease the blow for consumers and reasoning for it, so he compared the current situation to 1972, which he said was the beginning of the end of the golden age of muscle cars. Those cars went away for multiple reasons, but this time they won't, and Kuniskis sees the electric technology as the next wave of performance. As he said, quote, I'm super excited about the future of electric because I think that's what's going to allow us to not fall off the cliff. Without that technology, without electrification, this is 1972 right now, and this thing is going to end, end quote. So at least we will be getting a next generation of muscle cars from Dodge, and they won't be cancelled like the last ones, but they still won't be what we're used to, and most of us are not happy about it. Anyways guys, that's it for this video. Hopefully you enjoyed going through all the details that we know so far. Let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below. Are you excited for the future, or dreading the day when there are no more HEMI V8s to purchase? As always, make sure to like and subscribe for all your Mopar content, and I'll see you in the next video.